This is what happened today and last night. So it's terrible. It sounds so thick. Right now there are children playing outside. How are you guys? I hope they will clear up the pedestrian lane here in Queens Boulevard on the other side of the street, because last snow, the people cannot pass because the pedestrian lane was not clean. It's full of snow and it's really it's really unwalkable. You can't really pass. You have to go to the subway station and cross the street over there. Just to cross the street, you have to walk like 2 blocks. So it's not easy. So I hope today they will clean it. But in fairness, last night, the flower trucks, they were like running like probably every 20 minutes or 15 minutes back and forth. There you go. There's a flowers right there. They are working last night so much. It's an overtime for them. It's too much. So probably here in Queens, probably we have like a 1 foot or so. 1 foot. Uh, this morning when I look at the window, this glass window is really covered with ice, and we cannot see outside. So just like that. See, there's still snow in there, and I remove it. I remove it so we can see outside. So it's really crazy. I've never seen our fire exit. We have fire exit there, and I've never seen that amount of snow in there in the previous years. Only today it has a very very thick snow in the fire exit. Too much. So it's good to go outside and do some live show outside, but it's still windy. And I don't know if I should go out. And it's still snowing in the forecast. It says like at 1 p.m. it will stop, but it's still snowing outside. That means uh, it, it's still dumping snow. Like I don't know how long this will stop before it stops. Terrible. The original forecast, I remember they said it's gonna stop at 6 p.m. and then it changed. They say it will stop at 1 p.m. But now it past 2 o'clock in New York Times, and New York Times it's still snowing. So there you go. It looks like it's not gonna stop soon because the sky is still very dark. See, you can see that the sky, it's still heavy. It's still heavy, so that means it's not gonna stop sooner. This morning, this window, I cannot open it to remove the sticky snow in the screen. I don't know. This snow is very like thick, Like when you remove it, it's just like very easy to solid, became solid right away, because probably the flake is tiny, you know. So that's, I think, that made sense. If the tinier the flakes, the more difficult it is to remove, and it is very easy to get solid, you know what I mean, hard. At least there are children now playing outside. I'm drinking hot chocolate right now. We're lucky here because we have a our maintenance, you know, starting this morning, and even last night already around 10, maybe 11 o'clock. Oh, no, no, it's 10 o'clock because the doorman is like only until 11 o'clock. So I saw him on the other building. He's already cleaning up. But of course, in the morning, they need to flow it again. So we don't need to work for hours, our backyard and front yard. So that's the advantage when you are living in a co-op and building. We have automatically we have a cleaner. You know, they clean, they float snow. Unlike on other, if you have a single house, that's really a big problem, because for sure you have to do it yourself or pay someone to clean it up. As you can see, it's the movement of the trees, or you know, it's still, you can tell it's still windy. It's still windy, so it didn't change. It's still like this since last night, you know. So there you go. It did not stop at 1 o'clock. So the prediction of the forecast is failed, and it's still snowing. It's still snowing, and it's still very windy outside. There are children who are playing outside right there. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can like always watch my new and latest video. Please comment below, and please help my YouTube recover, because right now my channel is not monetized. I was the YouTube punished me so much, big time. It's just a small mistake and they did demonetize me. That's awful. You know, it's not easy to have a YouTube channel, and even you are monetized, you can be demonetized just for making a small mistakes. Hello, Custard Tart. We are living in Forest Hills, so this is our the front building. This is our front view. So yes, Queens, Forest Hills, Queens. We are in our residential. We are in our residential. This is our part of our residential building. The front building. This is like 7 buildings, co-op, and we have a maintenance. You know, it's not it's not cheap to pay for the maintenance, but when it comes to, you know, like natural disaster like this, it's really worth it. So as you can see, guys, is was already clean the pathway, you know. Yes, New York City. Yes, New York. New York City. Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. If you can comment and like and subscribe. As you can see, people are walking in the on the middle of the street. And sometimes, you know, if you walk, so my friend who was living in Corona, Queens, he messaged me, Tintin, because her husband is a nurse and he needs to go to work no matter what. So this morning, he walked on the middle of the street of Queens Boulevard just to go to work because the pavement, you know, is not walkable. You cannot walk because it's not clean yet. So I said, "Oh, just be careful, you know, walking on the street because even though there is a thick snow already and blizzard, there are still some cars and trucks that come and go. You know, although it's not as busy as before, there are very rare private cars, and mostly are, you know, trucks, blowing trucks." I know. Hello, Kevin. Yes, the tree is very pretty. That's why I'm doing live. Yeah, it's very pretty, and actually, it's very pretty around our neighborhood at this time. But you know, I got lazy going out because it's still very windy. As you can see, the trees are still moving. I don't know if it's visible. So it's like you can see that still windy outside. And I don't like that, especially when it's too cold. There you go. So this is our front. There you go. Like it's clean already. They clean it. See? There you go. That's from our front yard. That's our front yard. There you go. You can see it's walkable now. Oh wow, look at that. It's like a chunk of snow falling down from the building. Thank you for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I don't think this will stop very soon, and you know, it's still windy and still snowy. I don't know if it's visible in the video, but you can still see the snow falling. You know, it's a tiny speck of snow that's falling. The flake is not, you know, big. That's why when it dropped to the ground, it is solid, very easy get solid. And it's hard right away. That's the kind of snow that's difficult to flow and stick easily in cars and pavement. This is the difficult side in East Coast, guys. You know, we have an extreme weather here. You know, it can be very cold, like below zero. Last January, it's below zero almost for a week, more than a week. Like they will say, oh, it's 20 degree, but It feels like -7 or -10, something like that. And during summertime, it's so crazy. The temperature can hit like 100 degrees sometimes. You're not gonna believe that. So luckily, I'm from Asia and I can adjust easily in that kind of heat, but not easy when to deal with the extreme weather. It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas, right? Hi, Flower. We are located in Forest Hills, Queens, New York. We got like maybe more than 1 foot snow from since last night, and until now it's still snowing. So this morning when I wake up, everything is white over there because of course they still not cleaning up. Our maintenance still not clearing up the pathway. So that's why I was like, oh my goodness, this tree is very heavy right now. I've never seen that tree with that amount of snow in there. You can see the branches are like lowered so much from the original branches. And I was like thinking, don't you think that's dangerous? If uh, and there are children playing there, so I'm worried that might like drop the branches might broke down and fall because of the heaviness of the snow right there. So hopefully it's not gonna happen. So this front view in during summer and spring is beautiful. We have they are planting flowers and tulips and a lot of peonies and all kinds of flowers. So we have a very good view in our. This is actually I'm actually in our bedroom, and when I'm in the living room, my view is the Queens Boulevard. Right now, the Queens Boulevard is also messed up, full of snow. So last January, when there's snow, big snow, it's really difficult because not all commercial buildings are clearing up the pathway, the sidewalks. So it's very difficult to walk. That you really need a good boots to so that you won't fall and you slide and fall. Yes, the mayor is very good performing his job, sir. Mr. Briggs, thank you for watching. Actually, we cannot blame Mayor Zoran from those incidents last January when there are people who died because some homeless, even you ask them to you give them help, or you ask them, oh, you have to go to shelter, you cannot force them. Because sometimes they really don't want, because they are mentally ill. You cannot force them to do what is necessary. So I believe that those people who died are on that kind of mental instability disability. And I heard also that in the status, for example, I'm not, I cannot remember how many people died those times, but let's say 15. Some of the people they died inside their home because there is no heat. Their home doesn't have heat, and they died from hypothermia. That's what I understand, because those times the temperature is so low, like below zero. But today it's, I think it's 20 or 22 degrees, something like that. It's not as bad, as cold as last January, the last snow. So I think a lot of people, a lot of New Yorkers are happy on Mayor Zoran's performance. Actually, not being biased, but that's the truth, because I'm following his page and following his announcement, and also observing as a New Yorker, observing to his performance. I know it's not easy to live in an apartment building. We have a very small one bedroom. Actually, the co-op, this our our one bedroom is 1,000. I don't know, 1,000 square meter, 1,100. I forgot, but it's not as small as other New York City apartment. We have a large one bedroom, and I'm surprised also that when we bought this, it's not as small as the normal apartment for rent, And these buildings, we have 7 buildings in co-op. We're not allowed to rent it out. It's not for rent. No one is a renter here in this co-op buildings. They are very strict. Yes, you're right, Mr. Briggs. But as of now, he's doing good, and Mr. Mayor is, I think, is doing his very best to give the best service for the New Yorkers. And as I can see and observe his projects, he accomplished some, good things for New Yorkers. So let's see. But let's not be afraid for change, because uh, we need that. We need that. We need something new, because for many years we, like especially this last mayor, it's very awful. Corruption and all kinds of craziness happen. And the first time I saw, like, the Queens Boulevard has like a thick grass, like they never clean. It never happened. I was like, where's the money of New Yorkers' money funds? Why they are not cleaning this? The middle of the pavement in the middle of Queens Boulevard. They did not clean that during Mayor Adams' years, of reign. Oh, don't do that. Don't be. You have to. That's too harsh, Mr. Briggs. Nothing bad on that. We have all our own opinions and position in politics. So let's just enjoy the snow. Let's not be so afraid in other side of the politics. Let's watch and observe. But definitely, I would predict that there will be higher taxes for the millionaires and billionaires. You know, if only Zoran can do that. I don't know. I don't know how, if the mayor has the power to do that, because I don't know if that's like a federal policy or rule that needs the approval of the Senate and Congress. I'm not sure of that, but definitely Zoran is taking care of the list of our brothers. So I know that a lot of right wing, conservative doesn't like that. So, well, probably that will happen if that is a state policy and not federal. I'm sorry to hear. That's how it is. But, in fairness, Mr. Briggs, I am a renter for since I was here, 2000. I rented all around the city. I live in uptown Manhattan, like in 106 in Lexington. I live in Third Avenue over there. I live in Bronx. I live in I live in I rented in Queens. And I'm telling you, I have the worst nightmare when I was renting. I remember I rent this one bedroom apartment in 110 and I think Second Avenue. And the building was so dirty. It's like so stinky. The landlord doesn't clean, doesn't repair. It's awful. And you're not gonna believe that this it's not one bedroom, it's actually studio. And I'm renting for 1,250 a month. And that was before I got married. And I got married in 2011. So you can figure out that during probably that is like 2008 or 2009. And that's how expensive it is to live in New York City, in Manhattan. And it's so frustrating, like and it's a walk. I have to walk like it's a six floor and there's no elevator. Can you imagine that? My experience in Bronx is this almost the same. It's like I'm paying like 1,200 a month for a small studio. And when you shower, you can see, when you go to the bathroom, you can see the walls. It's like already like deteriorating. the paint, the paint is, it's also not fair for the renters. You're paying so much money, and you're living in a very poor condition. And I'm so scared those times because I heard about the black mold. I was like, oh my god, this apartment is so old already, and like the walls are, and the ceilings scare me because I'm afraid there might be a black mold. You know what I mean? And I was like so unfair, and I hope one day, I was like wishing that one day that will be corrected by the system. So that's my personal experience, and thank God that we were able to purchase our own apartment, and we don't need to deal with difficult landlords. And I have also experienced this, that I'm about to leave on that apartment. I ended my leash, and it's so embarrassing because I was still sleeping around like maybe 8 o'clock because I work late. And all of a sudden, my front door suddenly clicked, the knob clicked, and a couple entered my apartment. I said, "Who are you? Why you have an access to my apartment?" And they said, "Oh, I'm sorry. The landlord gave us to me. That he said we can check this apartment. Didn't know you're still here." Can you imagine? That's my experience. I was so pissed. So I'm telling you, not all, maybe you're a landlord, but not all landlords are maybe as good as you, or you maybe you're playing fair for your tenants, but there are so many landlords that's really abusing tenants, and that's my experience. That apartment was in Second Avenue in Upper Manhattan. That's my experience. And God, that apartment is so super dirty all the time, you know. The super is smoking tobacco, and as you entered the what you call this, the apartment building, I mean the lobby, you can smell the tobacco. Not all people, you know, are happy smelling the tobacco. Oh God, that's really a terrible experience. You know, I'm just sharing you, so at least you know you can hear the problem of tenants, you know, here in NYC. And also, like, not all the apartment owners are generous giving heat. You know, I experienced some apartments are so cold that you really need a winter jacket inside the apartment because they want to save money. You know, they don't want to give so much heat while you were paying a lot of money. You know, not easy to rent. So I'm so happy and thankful to God that we have our own now, and we have enough heat, actually so much heat that I really need an electric fan while I was watching TV. It's really, I'm perspiring sometimes. So our heater here is actually, you know, like centralized. So it's up to us if we want to open the window, but usually when it's not too windy, I usually open all my windows in my bedroom, in my living room, because it's quite stuffy, and I'm not used to a so close residence. I want some, like, fresh air coming from my window, even it's too cold. Oh, actually, during Mayor Giuliani, they, yeah, in your private apartment, you're allowed, but common sense, if you are bothering your neighbor from your tobacco, probably you should just smoke in the window, and don't let your smoke, you know, smell in the whole building. So luckily, our building, we don't have that problem. People probably smoke in their apartment. It's coming once in a while in the lobby, but it's not as, it's tolerable. But I'm glad during Giuliani's reign, when he was the mayor. Oh no, Mayor Bloomberg. Um, he stopped it, like, the because I really cannot tolerate smoke though. So it's not allowed to smoke in like restaurant, grocery stores, and you know he stopped it. So that's what I like to. That's the thing that I like to Mayor Bloomberg. So for sure, the kids enjoy the snow. I don't know if you guys can see that. I think some kids made some snowman. I can see it from here. Let me see if I can zoom in. There you go. There you go, guys. There's a snowman there. I don't know if you can see it. No, Mayor, that's Mayor Bloomberg. He stopped it. But before that, everyone can smoke inside you know, like the buildings and like restaurants. I clearly remembered that. And I'm so happy when that happened. That's what I like to Mayor Bloomberg. He also encouraged New Yorkers to drink, tap water instead of bottled water, which, bottled water is like the plastic is polluting our environment. New Yorkers, that's the problem with New Yorkers. They don't have discipline. They just throw garbage, not all New Yorkers, but many New Yorkers have no discipline. They eat and just throw their garbage everywhere. That's disgusting. That those car owners, they will have difficulty removing those snows, because I noticed the snow is like hard, right? Like, I don't know why. It's maybe probably because the snowflakes is too minuscule. It get hard easily. That's very difficult to remove. It sticks. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for for my new video, to follow my new video. Hello, Lee. From Texas, Austin, Texas, homeowners can smoke on their patio. It's a city ordinance, so won't be long. It will be illegal to smoke everywhere. The snow is beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, actually, a few years back, my husband is a board member here in the co-op. So we noticed that there are smokers who hang out outside the building, not knowing when they smoke, their smoke is going to our window, and the wind is blowing the smoke inside our apartment, so we can smell it. So we become we became the second smoker. So my husband actually discussed this to the member of the board, and I'm so happy that my husband did it, and they started um like make a policy that no one is allowed to smoke around the building area, and even in our uh, communal garden. We have a big communal garden here in the middle, on the right side, and they also post something there that it's not allowed to smoke there, because not all people wants to smell the cigarettes. So, and there are children playing there, because we have like a tree fountain in the middle, and a lot of children sometimes are playing there. So they prohibited smoking in there. Yes, it's a private park, private garden. Actually, the snow is really beautiful at first when you see it, but after the mud, it's really crazy. It's becoming so dirty, like after a few days. So I think the wind is not that bad anymore, and there's still snow, still like a flourish. There you go. It's still windy. I can see. I can see. I don't know if there's some part of Texas that are snowing. Liam, I have some relatives in Texas, relatives and friends. I think there's a lot of Asian over there. So I've never seen this thick snow since we live here, since I live in New York. I think this is the worst blizzard I saw in my life. And it started yesterday and it's already 2:49. It seems like it's not gonna stop in very soon. The forecast, it says it's gonna stop at 1 p.m., but as you can see, it's still flourishing and it's still windy. I wish I can go out. I'm lazy going out. It's really chilly. But probably later I'll try. I just want to stop the wind. The wind, I'm not fond of wind when snowing, because that means it's more colder. It's colder. That means it's colder and it's difficult to blog outside when it's windy and snowing. There go, like a chunk of a chunk of ice is falling. I can see children playing in the front yard. There you go. They're enjoying it. They have buckets, and yeah, and the other side, these children this morning they made a snowman over there. It's like Christmas. So for sure, this is the better side of our street. No, but on the other side, in Queens Boulevard, it's crazier, because for sure, uh, because this building, below, like in the street front, there are stores. They are renting this building, so it's commercial, and there is one store there. The bed, they're selling beds. I don't know what's that company, and they're not flowing the front store. And last January, it's crazy. Oh, there's a NYPD patrolling. And last January, people having difficult time walking on the pavement because they didn't clean. That's not fair. I hope the city will be strict. Will have a strict policy to give ticket to those who don't clean their uh, their storefront. Oh, I see. It's also snow here in Texas, but never much 4 inches, and it's gone in 2 or 3 days. Oh, I see. My husband really wanted to visit Texas, and oh, we never been in Texas, so hopefully we can go travel locally here in the U.S. We only visited Florida, um, Los Angeles, LA, San Francisco, uh, and another parts in California. And we went to Florida. We visited Florida and Las Vegas. And I think by October we're gonna visit our family. My husband's family will visit Georgia. And we usually travel, but we travel in Europe yearly. We love to spend vacation there and explore the city. But I wish to visit Texas in the future. Oh, I see. So what is the highest temperature during summer in Texas? Because here in New York, we can sometimes the heat goes up to 199 8 something like sometimes 100 plus. It's really very hot. This is the problem. Oh wow, 115. I don't know if I can survive 115. I came from Asia, but I cannot. I don't know if we reach that high heat 115. Wow, you guys must be so tough in dealing with 115 high heat. That's deadly. You know, if that happened here, probably a lot of homeless people will die. Here in New York is also extreme. It's 100, 100 something, but not 115. But but during winter, it can be very very cold. Like last January is the coldest. Uh, there are some days that it's below like 109 below. You know what I mean? -9, -7, something like that, and that's extreme. Yeah. But today, this blizzard, in fairness, it's 20 degree. Let's say it feels like 10 degree. So at least it's not negative like last January. And here in the East Coast, you really need to your body to adjust well from extreme weather, either hot or cold. Ay, 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 not easy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm hitting almost 1 hour in my live show. And probably later, I'm going to have a live show too. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to follow my new video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.